It's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. I never thought I'd find what I was looking for, but this feeling can't afford to leave. I came here with a 20 in my pocket. Didn't want to stay too long, I knew that I would drop it. Check myself out in the reflection of a liquor bottle. Saw a real sad girl, a big pill to swallow, yeah. But when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor, I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet, yeah. Just stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. Moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Just a moment. As long as this place is open, I'll keep you close. And we'll hold on to this moment. You hold me, feels like forever. Are you here to find forever? I will never know, cause I'm scared to take you home. When you hit me on my phone, but I guess I'll never know. They turn the volume up when we're talking. The music playing louder, not planning on stopping. It's getting pretty late, I don't even know your name, but I'm living in the moment, I want you to stay. Ooh, it's in a real bad vibe. Came in with my head down, anxiety high. Just about to leave, was about to leave. I'm so happy you noticed me. But when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor, I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet. Stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Just stay with me for a moment. Please make a move, cause I don't have the courage. Don't wanna be wondering what could have been in the morning. Said it's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. It's not time to go home yet. Go home yet. Go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment.
Hello and welcome to Record Label Boss with your boy Avi on the microphone today. And I hope you had a wonderful week. I'm just going to turn the volume. We certainly had. We had a lot of interesting things going on this week. Not the least, the promotion and the wonderful start for the song Moment, which we just heard. That's from producers CIG in Washington and Shayla Hamadi as the singer. Welcome to Record Label Boss today, and I'm going to be reviewing a lot of music and looking for artists together with you. If you want to join me, you're welcome to do so. You can be on any streaming service that you like. We're picking them up with chatbots, so everything will be available for us to see, and I'll reply to you live on the show. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I want to bring in my usual guests here, Lottie and Yo-Yo. Don't know if they've turned their cameras on yet. And we're going to start today with reviewing some music on Groover that was sent to us. I think we got like 2, 4, 6, 7 tracks here. Not so much today, and then we'll go to Musa Soup, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about what went on in the world of music and business this week, because that is always very, very interesting. At least it is to me. I hope it is for you. And as always, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask them here on the channel. You can do that on Reddit, Discord, YouTube, Facebook, DLive, VK, Twitch, Trovo, And those, I think, are the channels that we're picking up. We are on some other channels as well, but sadly, no chat pickup there. So I can literally not see what you're typing there. Alrighty, so let's get started with the first song for today. I'm gonna turn that off, and then maybe we'll talk about it later. The first song for today is Es Swütte from Switch. Oh my god. The song is literally called SWTRWTR. That is crazy, but I want to say hello to Meg's Beauty, to Lada Peachy, and to Yo-Yo the Mountain Man. Always here, always with me. And everybody who's watching on Reddit, if you want to get a shout out, just say something in the chat. I'll totally do it. Alright, this song was submitted to us by Our debut original single Switch was released on BVSS FMV Records. Okay. Okay, somewhat basic track. And it's really interesting that more and more like labeled people are sending me their stuff, and I'm not entirely sure why. Because it should be their label that does the promotion and not send it to another label. I'm not entirely sure. But I mean, of course I know why, because usually labels don't make any promo for their artists. You know, the small labels usually don't do promo. I am so happy that our promo stuff is working out. And CIG's today on some training where he can't get away, because I wanted to talk to him about his promo. Because the promo for Moment is working really well. Anyway. Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, decent effort, die ich richtig mischen mag. Yeah, wonderful. Just any language that is random. Just why not? Why not? Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, but somewhat basic track that is well produced and probably could do okay in radio, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. I don't even know what these guys are looking for me, from me specifically, to do for them. You know, if you have a label and your song is on that label and you're sending me the song without comment, like, we have released this song on the label. Like, I'm coming, I don't know. Hey guys, how you doing? There's Lottie, there's Yo-Yo. And Yo-Yo has this new haircut, you know, where he is without hair. Very good, very good. And huge, look at these huge knuckles. Always with the huge knuckles. All right, and this is Dibby Black. Shake It. Sounds cool so far. In my dream? It's like Jamiroquai, but not as good. Your melody? What country are you from, my man? Sweetie Melody. That is some kind of Angola? I don't know. No, some Senegal? I don't know. Fuck. I'm very bad with African flags. The music is actually pretty decent, but the vocals are... I give it everything. Oh man, what am I gonna do with this guy? A good murder. He's really cute. He's like mispronouncing every single word. No, the music is okay, if I think, you know. Yeah, I'll say that.
I'll give you everything. I got you, baby. Don't let me, baby. Whoa.
Decent effort! Exclamation mark. We like the music on the track, but I'm not entirely sure that the vocals are on the same level yet. Full stop. What are we gonna say? What are we gonna say? What are we gonna say to people? To send us an email, or to go to the new site? Because we're still testing it. Are we gonna tell them to send us an email, Lottie? Yeah, email. Okay. All right. Send us an email too. You know, for Africa, that might be a thing.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. Whatever you want to tell me. Shake it, shake it, shake it. I'll give you everything. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Whatever you want to, darling. Shake.
And we can have a chat. Full stop. All the best and cheers! Exclamation mark. Because I don't have anything in Africa. That is so sad. That is so extremely sad. Okay, next one is Vakesso from France, hip hop rap, with his song As de Trefil. I don't even know how to spell that.
Ayo, solid, you the realest.
And Onsome says smile by Levin Kali. And Saint Pariah says hi. Hello and welcome everybody. If you want to give us tips for new artists, then please go to the Discord that I have linked here, discord.gg/czr, and drop the links to these artists in our chat. And that way we can have it for the next show. Maybe God wanted us to have lots of French artists. How are you? I'm doing good, Saint Pariah. ST Pariah, Saint Pariah? I don't know. I hope you're doing good too. Why not? I don't have any French artists either. Right? Right? No, we don't. Elle veut des gros billets, elle veut toutes les couleurs. La zone est quadrillée, faut qu'on se barre du sang. Uh-huh. J'ai fait des sous mais ça m'a mis dedans. J'ai déçu la famille, je voulais leur montrer que je passerai devant. Okay, that's a change up. Ma mère j'ai déçu, mon père j'ai trahi, mon frère m'a soutenu, je le remercie. Sans ses épaules, j'aurais même. That's all. That's actually not so bad. It's not registering 100% on my scale, but it's not horrible. And Pariah is asking if I know Harry Mack yet. I still don't. And Lisa Wood says she likes it. Hold on, he's coming back. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes to this. There's some really good ideas in this, you know? It's not your usual crap. I wouldn't say that it's super, super polished, but I would definitely say that is something interesting, you know? Decent effort, exclamation mark. Okay, track that has some really surprising switch ups. Full stop. Pretty cool. Full stop. Send us an email too. And then I always have to type this because if I say Count Zero Records, the voice recognition, never picks that up. And we can have a chat, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Okay, he did the tears again. All right, cheers. There you go. Boing. Feedbacked. Not so bad. Lottie had to go. Okay. And Pariah says Harry Mack is one of the best freestylers alive. That is very cool because I like freestyle. It's really cool. I think it's the real form of rap, really. I mean, it all started as freestyle, but I have to say when kind of like Public Enemy came and started with political rap and stuff, that was also pretty cool, you know? Because freestyle is really difficult to make in a way that it makes a lot of sense, you know? When you have a lot of time to think about it, usually things get better. Oh, people are dropping left and right. Okay, next one is another DB Black. So interesting. With his song Décalé. Let's hear the second song.
Ça fait depuis un temps qu'on se tourne autour. Je me demande si ça finira un jour. Je m'approche, tu t'éloignes, tu t'approches et je m'éloigne.
It's also not bad, but
Finis par y prendre de dos. Des années, c'est comme ça. Mais bizarrement, on s'en lasse pas. Faire semblant nier ce qui est évident. C'est devenu le passe-temps. On est décalé. Toi et moi.
also not bad.
On est décalé.
It's not gonna be an
Ceux qui suivent pas, on est décalé.
decent effort, exclamation mark. Another okay track from you, but I like the other one better, full stop. All the best then, cheers, exclamation mark.
Décalé, toi et moi, on est décalé. C'est tant pis pour les jaloux.
And the monkey in the background, you know? It's very, very interesting. You know, you always got to have a monkey that goes like, all right, Pariah, what you saying? Look up Omegle Bars 18 at YouTube. I don't have Discord, I'm sorry. Much love to you, though, yeah? I'll do that, you know? I'll look it up when I have time. It'll be cool. Yeah, we started a Discord recently because Discord is the fastest growing community, social media community in the world. It has outpaced pretty much everybody in growth, and it's a tool that doesn't have advertisement on it. You can have your server, and there'll never be ads on it. So that is actually really important to me because the problem we had with Facebook and Instagram is that they have become so spammy that hardly anybody listens to you like at all there because people are like, oh my God. Plus, they made it all about advertisement, and you have to pay, and you have to pay, and you have to pay. And what we really just want to do a community, build a community, have people on there, talk with them without the need to constantly throw money in there. Because we would much rather put the money into our musicians than put it into Facebook. And I mean, I don't even want to talk about, you know, Zuckerberg and giving him money that mind equals blown. But you know, there's that. And Lisa is asking, are you okay with so many artists using samples to create music? I hear a lot of the same music out there. Ideally, we would want to hear music without anything other than basic samples. Because, you know, a basic sample is like a drum or like a synthesizer, etc. And of course, that is fine. But when the sample becomes longer, and people use the same signature samples, it's a little bit annoying. So in an ideal world, I would like for everybody to be as creative as possible. But the reality is that most people just cannot do that. For them, it's just easier to take bits and pieces that are already made and put them together. But that's not really making music. I work with samples a lot too, but that is mostly because I am not using hardware as much as I used to, mostly because I don't have space for all the stuff. So I have a sampled version of a TR-8. I have a sampled version of various synthesizers that I use when I make music because it's easier. You'll just have software instruments rather than the hardware instruments. I have a synthesizer rack and synthesizers, but that by itself takes up an entire room. So one day when I have a huge house, I'm going to put my synth rack back up and put all the hardware synthesizers on. That is awesome, by the way. Then you run all the cables and you can really jam with a full rack of synths, you know. It's awesome. And when people come into your studio, they were like, wow, you know, that is really cool. But who's got that kind of space? And Odd Lemon says, I'm a new artist. That's very good, Odd Lemon. Music is a very wonderful thing to do. And congratulations. Congratulations to picking it up. Right. Next one is Bearang Lose My Mind. Bearang Lose My Mind. Okay. Also, I heard that beginning about 4 times or 7 times in the last few years. Dum dum. Very reminiscent of Avicii. Probably hard going for that. Bearang is a French composer. Okay. Very similar to... I think he literally took the Avicii song and made a blueprint of it and then kind of like changed it a little bit. It's well produced though, but... Oh, you draw, Lemon. That is cool. We have a graphic artist on here, Lottie. She's not on campus right now, but she's our resident graphic artist. And she does the chibis and logos and everything. Hold on, I'll pull her up and then you can... Hold on, I'll turn this down a little bit. And then I'll put up Lottie here. There you go. Hold on, how can I change this to where she's
leave
up?
It alone. Don't, leave it alone. What did I miss? I
Say
just got back.
say hello to Odd Lemon.
Hi, Odd Lemon.
There you go. Good.
I don't know who... What have I just missed?
Nothing. I just pulled you in because Odd Lemon said he's a graphical artist too, and he was
cool.
greeting us on Reddit.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and I was like, yeah, well, I'll show you our graphical artist.
This me?
It's her. And Blueberry says, Onka Tayamarai. I really don't know what that means, but Onka Tayamarai to you too. Oh, we're gonna do Frenchie here. It's actually not so bad. And Odd Lemon says, haha, hello. Spotify track link, album link. Let's listen to the album. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna, cause I want to hear more than just one song, which I think is a little bit lifted here. Download MP3, save to Discord, lose my mind. Aha, there's only this one song. That is, Are you not sending me anything else? Because many times it's really difficult to tell from one song what's going on. Wine and Cheese Productions. Okay, there's some more songs from him. Let us hear some songs from him. Camera's not on.
That's when you call me and know just what to say. We go out and on the night.
Okay, let's listen to the Como. He's producing all kinds of stuff. interesting. And Lisa is asking, how do you get reviewed on Record Label Boss? You submit a demo to us on one of the many sites that we are on, and we are also working on our own site at the moment. You go essentially to countzerorecords.com, and there's a demo section, and then you can go to our new beta site, which I'm not even saying what it is because otherwise people are going to go there and submit. And then you can upload your music there. And we will put you on review on the next show. Interesting. Okay, so he produces all kinds of stuff, which I think I'm gonna contact him. I don't know. I'm not sure if today's lucky or I'm lenient. But I think that, I don't know. Looks like a little bit Invasion of the French People. Good song, full stop. We also listened to some of your other tracks on Spotify, and they seem to be pretty decent, full stop. Do send us an email too. Send us an... All right. And we can have a chat, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. And I think I am starting artist calls again next week. I think the first artist call we're going to have is either on the 10th or on the 17th, because we had the winter break there. And usually I have artist calls every day, sometimes up to 3. So we'll see. The next one is Maria Karakusheva. Wow, from Bulgaria there, with her song Lagrange Points. And let's say Blueberry with Lettuce says, hi, oh my god. Ladapichi says, hey. On Discord, feel free to come and hang out. Would love to see some of your stuff. The other has the most soothing voice, helped me a lot. Okay. What is she doing? Oh, it's a piano girl. Sure she's gonna sing. There's a video, but the video is of her sitting on the piano and playing. Yeah, we're not really a classical music label. I didn't say don't send it, ever. And Lemon says, I make quick portrait. It's on Reddit. I don't think you can use them for the show or anything. I really like doing it. Oh, you can make a quick portrait of me. Okay, so I have more than 25,000 hours of classical piano playing, some international competitions won, and more than 100 concerts as an instrumentalist. I have composed 4 albums, 6 live shows, and 3 movie scores. I am famous in my native Bulgaria, cover of Grazia magazine, many TV shows, etc. I'm looking for a manager to promote my original music worldwide or to work with my local country by country label and promoters. How do you guys feel about bringing on board a classical artist? I mean, the song didn't really... It's like... Okay, so one of the things that happens with musicians a lot that are session or orchestra musicians is, I once had a girl that played years for Beyonce, and other people who played for famous people, and then they were pretty famous because they were in the band of a famous person, but when they started their solo careers and they started composing music, they didn't really catch on. And they were always curious as to why that is. And the simple answer is, just because you're a good instrument player does not mean you're a good composer. That is the underlying truth, because making musical scores, creating music, writing sheet music is completely something else than performing music as good as possible that somebody else wrote and that a conductor is training with you. So I see a lot of people that are struggling, and they're classical musicians or they're musicians in a band, and they want to come out of that, and then they can't because everything they compose sounds like this. Nothing wrong with it, but it's entirely underwhelming. I would not sit and listen to this. If you listen to any good classical composer, they will plaster the walls with that woman, you know? So, I don't know. And of course, being famous, that is always such a thing with me, you know? I don't know. We are in no short supply of famous people in the world. There's hundreds of thousands of famous artists, and they're not selling a record, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to invite her to talk. And if she's really nice, we could take her. How about that? And if she's difficult, then not. You know? I'm going to add it to a playlist. Get in touch with the artist. Why not? Why not? Decent effort, exclamation mark. Song is okay, but I'm not entirely sure of the commercial potential of it, full stop. If you are interested in working with us, do send us an email too. Because management is a thing that we could definitely do. But man, if I start managing people, they're in for a rough ride. Because most of them want a manager that's like on their side, like that tells them that they're great all the time. And we can have a chat, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Woo, pew, 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 pew. Lots of approves today. That was really interesting. And Lisa said a trend now is ambient music. Yes, played at the bars in the USA. The music is played as a fill in the background or else the patrons to have conversations. Absolutely. We're just not into that. That's a different type of licensing situation. And it's really difficult to make money or to get any kind of recognition with that. That is usually done through sync pools, which are pools for commercial use music that you would play in the background of like shopping centers, etc. We're not really focused on that. It could be something, but if you do not have a library of at least 300 songs of ambient, then don't even start the sync game. I think a lot of people don't understand what they need to get into that kind of stuff, because a lot of people just send me like one ambient song or something. You know, it could be a background for this, it could be a background for that. If you want to be a serious sync artist, you better have a library, or nobody's going to touch you with a 10-inch pole. Because you're unsellable, because everybody can make one song. Doesn't matter, you know. But when you have a library and you have it sorted by mood, by what it could be used for, you know, uplifting 1, uplifting 2, uplifting this many BPM, uplifting that many BPM, then you're getting closer to where you're starting to be commercially viable. Okay, talking too much. DJ Starfish, France. DJ Starfish featuring Lil Gabba again. And Pinky says, do you think you are Super Golden Ears will allow to find gigantic mega hit to compete with the 10 songs on Spotify this week? Yes, absolutely. My ears are good enough. Like 100%. And Lottie says your drawings are really good. Yes, thank you, says Lemon. Have you ever heard of this bobbing mixtape? The best recording electronic music math rock expression I've heard in a while. Nope. Einstein is awesome. Haha. Okay. It's not bad, but it's gonna say no. Decent effort! Exclamation mark. Song has some really good elements, but also some improvement. Oh man, but also some improve. Improve. Improvable parts, especially in vocals, full stop. All the best and cheers, exclamation mark. Okay, boom, there you go. Okay, that is it. Let's hop over to Musa and give them a listen. And Kenny says he can't be here today. Well, that's okay, Ken. Thanks for checking in, Ken the man. He is Ken the man. Einstein and the dog are my favorite. What? Wishy is the Hornet asks which genres. Essentially everything. Everything that's, well and good. Proper, like the Brits would say. Is it proper? All right, let's listen to some music here. We're gonna do some yes-nos on this one. The English Rain, Melting into You. And today on the show, as always, my associates Lotta Pitchy and Yo-Yo the Mountain Man. And some of you might know that Lottie is one of our graphical artists. She does lots of wonderful logos like this. Oh, I can't point to it now. Like the chibi that's in the top right-hand corner here. And other stuff. And if you want, you can meet her on our Discord. And Yo-Yo the Mountain Man, that was the wrong way. Here, this person here, he's our security officer. So if there's ever a need to give you anal probe, it'll be done by him. So that's it. If you want to find us all, we're on the Discord. And that will be like discord.gg/CZR. That's where we all hang out. You're welcome to join us. Depends what you're feeling. I try to not go by what I am feeling, because then I would always sign the same people. Not bad, but no. I like to, but it wasn't bad when I listened to something longer. Was that Ken Tucker? Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's Ken Tucker. Himself in person. He just came in and ran by. He was like, "No, I gotta go." That is him. He's ever elusive. He's like a white deer, And people are like, "Was it Ken? Let's shoot him." No. Right, Killsy, tie-dye. Sorry, the dye.
I'll give you time to breathe, a little time to get some clarity, and set your mind at ease,
Well.
and get the silence only space can bring.
Okay, I'm gonna skip a bit.
I don't wanna need
No singing. Okay. Miyaki resonating. A lot of people putting their stuff on SoundCloud there. It's always interesting to me that people will be using SoundCloud. Because I think the time when you got famous on SoundCloud, or it's safe to assume that nobody's getting famous off of SoundCloud anymore.
Scratching my skin round our mutual friends when you show up. Patching this up, biting on my nails and done trying to
Yeah, also not bad, but I don't know. So much music is without any actual choruses or any hooks or any kind of identifiable melody that you would like. It's just like da 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 da, and it will just fucking repeat. And therein lies the problem. I think the problem for most artists really is songwriting. They just can't make a compelling melody. Rocky Rose, let's ride. But everybody seems to have a music video nowadays, but nobody can put a melody together.
to some hip-hop grease with your hair cocking to one side. Need to catch a ride.
That's what I'm saying. Can't make a melody, but you got a music video. Like, I know it gets easier, you know, now. Now everybody has good phones and they're making music videos with their phones. But they spend so much time on all of that stuff. But I feel like musicians are spending less and less time on the actual music. And more on everything else. I mean, I know they need to because marketing is such a huge part of music nowadays. But your product should be okay. If your cheese isn't good, it doesn't matter how many times you promote it. People are still not going to eat it. And if it isn't cheese that you like, then imagine something else. Donuts, I don't know. French fries. Le French fries. French fries are actually from Belgium. So they should be Belgium fries. Bell fries. Do you like bell fries? Boing boing. I'm missing so many songs. But I'm hoping that with our new site, we're going to be able to attract a lot of people and not miss anybody. Because we're creating a site to where you can upload your stuff and it will be there forever for curators to look at. And we'll be the first and only ones that do that. Because on every other site, your stuff is pulled off once your payment thingy runs out. You know? So, it's gonna be good. But the other sites also do not care if you get signed or if you're successful. They're just there to make money from you putting the music on there, you know? They're yep. Always. Not everybody is interested in your success. Ain't that the truth? Herb Burton, way too good for me. Do you have any band signed? Yes, we do, Abuse. You can literally go to the website and check it out. Also, we have an awesome YouTube channel. Depending on what music you like, there's a lot on there. I think we got like 300 videos there now. They payment thingy, what? What'd you think about that, Lottie? It's English sound, huh? Yeah, it's... I don't know. The subscription, what about it? Yeah, so... Okay, so most demo submission... I'm gonna play... Let's play the music. Most demo submission websites, to where you can send your demo there and then you can send it to curators there, have it to where if you stop paying, your song is no longer visible. And we're building on the secret project where you can upload your music and it's always going to be visible. So that you're not literally forced into buying paid, I don't know what you would call it, paid middlemen. So, like if you go to a site like XXX Hub, I'm not saying who it is, you can upload your song, but every time you send it to one label, you immediately have to pay. And it will cost you like $2 to send it to one person. So if you want to send it to 100 people, it's $200 to send that. And that is insane. So we're making something to where you can upload your stuff and all of the curators can see it and listen to it and review it completely for free. There's also some paid options, I should have to say, but it's nowhere near paying $200-300 just to send out one song, which is fucking insane. All right, I Like the Beach, Fake Dad. Have you listened to the Menumas? Nope, I can't remember that. Can't remember that I would have. Nope. Sentry helped. Nope. Irenic Glow single. And you should totally not submit Spotify links. Because, hey, here's a tip. If you send somebody a Spotify link and they embed it in their website, which happens a lot in demo submission sites, they embed the free version of it. So what you're doing is you're sending them a 30-second clip of your song, which is usually not such a good idea. I always say, you should sell your song in 30 seconds. That is true, but it does not allow the reviewer to skip back and forth and maybe go to a different part that they haven't heard. And a lot of songs don't have all the parts that you want to hear, like the chorus, maybe a bridge, a verse, in 30 seconds. So don't send Spotify links. Either send the file itself, which is the best, or a link to a site where the entire thing is available for everybody. Do not send demos that require a subscription to play your song. Do not assume that the people that you're sending your demo to have subscriptions to every fucking service in the world, because they don't give a shit. Yeah, I know Bandcamp. Yes, I'm on it myself, I think. And hold on, let me play that. And Meltmore says, "Aren't you the middleman in this case?" We are ourselves, so we're not a middleman. And in terms of us sending, yeah, that is true. But we are the first. We would be the first service that takes that middleman role for free. So we are the middleman that you're not paying, which is a huge difference to the other services. On the other services, you cannot get anything done without paying. On our service, you absolutely will be able to get your stuff out there without ever paying anything. You're encouraged and welcome to contribute to the service and to get some extra upgrades and stuff. We're going to have badges and points and all kinds of fun stuff. But the essential service is not going to cost you anything. Means you will be able to send your stuff to 300 actual record labels. That's, by the way, oh yeah. That's another thing I wanted to say. How can I say this without being too offensive? On the classical submission services, most of the people that are on there are not music industry professionals, to put it mildly. And this ranges all the way into a significant amount of people that, you send your demo to aren't actually real labels. They're just some dude in Bulgaria that made a website and that makes a living from suckers submitting stuff to him for money and him declining them all with a friendly message. They make a living out of this. And the sites allow that because they make money from it as well. So there's certain submission sites where up to 70% of the people that you can send your music to are fake. And they know it, and they just let it stand because they're making $100,000 a month from it. And on our service, every single reviewer will be reviewed. We're going to look into who's a company, where they are registered, and we're absolutely not going to have any fakes on our site. And I want to make sure that when you submit your music to us, you get two things. Number one, you get it for free. And number two, everybody that you see there as a curator is actually a music curator. And not and in this we're going to be completely different because everybody else has lots of fake people and you need to pay for everything. Right. All right, let me. And Abuse, this is account says, so what happens when the songs are curated? Do you get a recording contract? Yes. But well, the first thing that happens is that we talk to the artist. You have to understand not every artist is prepared to enter a recording contract. Some of them will say, I want to stay by myself. I just want to do a single. I didn't think anybody would approach me. Many things. But some, we sign to a recording contract. Yes, that is ultimately our goal, to have great artists to join us. And Meltmore is asking, do you know Rob the Universe? No. Meltmore says, if it's free, what's your incentive? Ads? I'm just interested. Okay, it's tier systems. That's correct, Meltmore. So you'll be able to either participate, get points, and then have better service, or you'll be able to buy points and have better service. But the basic service will be for free. That is kind of like the point. And the upgrades you can buy is faster service, a more direct access to a higher level person in the label, if that's what you want. To get some kind of coverage from a blog, to say, you know, I really want you to like write a review. And then again, the money wouldn't necessarily go to us, it would go to the blog, you know. So there'll be some stuffs that I think many people would find useful. And even those you don't have to buy, because we're testing now a system of contributions. So when you log on, when you review other artists, when you listen to their music, anything you do, you get points. And with the points, you can then promote your own music. So by checking out other people's stuff and being active on the community, you get points that you can then use to promote your own shit. And I think that is really awesome. And if you don't have time to do that, you can just buy some points also, you know. Not so bad. Not so bad. Wouldn't say yes, but not so bad. And Mr. J. Oak says, hello, is it harder to find artists during January? Yes, absolutely, because it's the holidays. But it's the same for me. We were on 2-week holidays here at the label. Nobody was here. Everybody was doing Christmas and New Year. And there's almost no signings from like the 15th of December to the 15th of January. It's generally just me streaming and us developing internal stuff, but there's not much going on. We did have some releases and some promos, which I wasn't really so happy with, that they were in the middle of freaking Christmas, but usually the track starts again mid-January, maybe. And Abuse This Account says, gotcha, so you set up with record labels other than yourself. Yeah, that's right. We have partner labels, we have partner reviewers, bloggers, other labels that work with us. Because a lot of people think that record labels have like this huge rivalry, but in independent music and indie labels, that's not necessarily the point. because there's a whole lot more artists than any of us could possibly sign or service. There's so many more artists than we could ever do. Like, unbelievably many. We get approximately 30,000 demos every year, and we listen to maybe 6,000 of them. And so we can't even listen to all the stuff that people are sending us. It is freaking insane. So if I had 20 times the resources that I have, I would still have thousands of people that I couldn't sign. You know what I mean? It's a freaking crazy. There's fewer and fewer labels and more artists. And this balance is continuously going into the worse. Labels are dying left and right. And I'm not talking about the big ones, Universal, Sony, Warner. I'm talking about the indie labels. They're dying, and the artists, there's more artists and fewer labels. So a lot of the people that give me a lot of info that are good friends of mine and business partners are all indie label owners. And we never steal an artist or do something like that. A lot of times, actually, they're like, hey, this guy's really good, but I just cannot service him. Do you want to have him? And I'm like, I really don't know, what does he need? And they're like, this and this. And I'm like, oh my God, come on, please. Yeah, but he's really good. And I'm like, then do him yourself. All right. And Lisa says, I like your honesty. Appreciate it greatly. You're welcome, Lisa. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was the answer to abuse this content. Pink Butterfly Ocean made a play. That's right. Also, and abuse this account says, also, do you have lots of money to produce these artists and manage their careers? The answer to that is no. We do not pay for their recording because we simply could not. We currently have 50 artists signed, and if we would have to pay for their entire recording and their music videos, that would cost us millions. And then we couldn't service them. So our artists have to record their music by themselves. We will help them in the music recording process with legal tips, with organizational tips, with management, with networking to producers, to other artists, to musicians. We will tell them what they need to ask for in the studio, what a good price is, what the contract should include, when they should pay, when they should not pay. Everything in and around recording music, we will advise them, and that is a great source. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to pay the recording and do the recording wherever they live, and their deliverable to us is the completed album. And a lot of them do videos. That is wonderful. Usually when somebody makes an album on our label, we do a video for them, with them. And that's it. But the times where labels paid for your stuff are essentially over, unless you're on a major label, and there you will receive percentages that are very, 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 very small, like under 5%. So if you ever get signed to a label that pays everything for you, you'll get less than 5% of all the income. And for us, obviously, it's 50%. So the music industry is changing, and nobody's going to pay your way from now on. It's just not possible anymore. With Spotify and the income for artists and musicians dropping so sharply, there's just not enough money to do that anymore. Nobody has that. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it is. Not bad, but also not great. So yeah, the industry is changing a lot. And a lot of people don't know yet. A lot of people are oh my God, so much crap on TikTok. If I hear Gary Vee talk about how NFTs are gonna finance the music industry one more time, I'm gonna choke him with a sock. There's so many people that have no idea how the music industry works, but they really have the need to go out on TikTok and tell everybody how they think things are gonna be. The underlying issue, if you're interested, Abuse, is that 99.9% of all the investments in musical artists are total losses. Let me rephrase that and say it again. 99.9% of all investments in musical artists are total losses, meaning the person that put the money in never gets a single penny back. And it doesn't matter if you invest with an NFT or a contract, or if you buy Yogurt apples, or if you buy a horse and give it to an artist. The way by which you invest does not matter at all. The point is that it's extremely difficult, to recuperate money from music. And retail investors, there's some websites now where you can buy music NFTs for artists. The reason why these people are there is because they can get nobody else to fund them, because they're really, really sucky. And every single person that is going to invest in a music NFT to have a record made is going to lose all of their money. Other than the music NFTs that artists sell that are major label artists, because they're selling the NFTs just to make extra money, really. So they know how much money they're going to pull from the next album, because they usually have pretty good data how it works, and they will sell. Then they'll sell the NFT for twice the price. So they say, I'm going to make 10 million from the next album. I'm going to sell NFTs for 20 mil. You know, in the music industry, you as a retail investor always have the short end of the stick. And that's the problem with getting money in. Not so bad. A lot of very decent music today. Who's in the bottom right-hand corner? That's Yo-Yo. He's a beautiful man. Hear this man. See? He can talk also, by the way. He just rarely does.
I wish that time would stop, but the hands keep on turning. And if they said whatever,
And Abuse says, awesome, thanks for answering my question and helping me understand. You're very welcome. It's a topic I'm really passionate about, because currently so many people are led to believe that the music industry is this place where they can invest and they can make so much money about it, but they're just looking for suckers. They're literally looking for suckers that have no idea that they will be willing to invest money in artists that everybody knows are never going to recoup. So usually all of that money is gone. Jesus is Victorious by Station Worship. But of course, I mean, all the idiots doing that have millions of views on TikTok, and here's me with 100 viewers saying the opposite. So, guess they're all gonna buy NFTs. And there's even advertisements. There's an Austrian label, and I know who runs it, that has these ads, you know. This is Lisa. Lisa invests in hits. Lisa is an investor in hit music. And then, you know, she sits there, and then some dude walks in, and he's like, hello, are you Lisa? And she's like, yeah, I'm Lisa. And he's like, oh, you have invested in my album. And she's like, yeah, I'm Lisa. I invest in hits. That's fucking ridiculous. You know, it's like music business for a fucking 3-year-old, you know? And they're trying to get you to pay money into artists that you have no idea how good they are. And you as a retailee, as a normal person, you have a very hard time judging if these people are ever going to become famous. And by me letting you in on a secret, by being on that platform, it means nobody wants to touch them with a stick. Because if they were really good, the labels that they've been shopping before would have immediately picked them up. So the reason why they're landing on a platform for crowdfunding their stuff is because they're horrible. And everybody who invests there, including Lisa, who invests in hits, is going to lose their money. And then there's an English language one. Just imagine you had found Taylor Swift before she became famous and invested in her hit albums. You would have made, and then some fucking number. How about that? You know? And they're trying to get you to invest in Taylor Swift's albums. Not hers, but the future Taylor Swift, and invest in her, you know? And by going to their website, you can now invest. Which, again, isn't the problem. The problem is finding Taylor Swift. Because, for every Taylor Swift, there's 100,000 Taylor Swift, and Taylor Swifford, and you just don't know who will be famous. That is kind of like, it's worse than roulette, really. Because the success rate in music is so low, it's like playing roulette, but not with 36 numbers, but with approximately 100. Your chances are 1 to 100 that you're going to get any kind of money back. So you're literally better off going to the casino. if you don't know what you're doing, If you have connections, if you can judge the music, if you know who supports them, if if you're in the industry, you probably have an inkling who's gonna be maybe good. I need to see this commercial. I love this play. Yeah. No, it's they're always looking for suckers. And the scam goes further, by the way. Not bad, but I'm gonna say no. So the guy that owns that label with the Lisa ad, okay? He does one better because he's really smart. So he gets all these suckers to invest in the artists that are never going to go anywhere. But get this. Are they investing in the artist? No. They're investing in the artist to buy an album from the guys that owns the platform production company. And the money doesn't go to the artist. The money goes to the guys who owns the platform for investment production company to produce the album for the artist. So the artist actually never gets the money in his hand. So it's the retailers are paying the money on the platform. It goes to him. He gets the entire album paid. And then he also signs the artist, so he gets the percentage of their stuff. So he's fucking the retailers, he's fucking over the artists, and then he gets all the money. That is fucking genius, But, and it's not illegal. He's just totally taking everybody. And this is how they're able to afford running lots of ads. And, Lisa should really invest in hits. I'm telling you, evil. I consider a successful artist is an artist who makes more than minimum wage, because that is only 1% of all the artists. So if you make minimum wage as an artist, you are 1 out of 100. If you make a decent wage, you are 1 out of 1,000, so 0.1%. Not so bad, also. Got a lot of decent music today. All right, Madeline, tell me when you're running.
I think I might wreck
So yeah, all kinds of schemes.
I feel like there's something
Industry is full of schemes. It's crazy.
about you. Pull back and pull me forward.
They essentially live off gullible people.
Take me to
It's
another
really weird.
world. You don't recognize me, I don't mind.
It's actually not weird. It's kind of like
Tell me where you're running. I thought you had something to say. Where you headed to your home?
280s. Yeah.
Catch you on the way.
And Lisa says she's keeping her day job. That's right, Lisa. You should, at any rate, you should keep your day job. You do, it's like, there is a very, very few people nowadays that can live with music. And the fact that, like, YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify barely pay anything hasn't really helped. Because artists' incomes have been cut in half, and then in half, and then in half, and then in half over the last 10 years. So artist income has sharply dropped, and it's now essentially completely dependent on performance. Playing live, you know. That is literally, and like t-shirts and hats and merchandise and that kind of stuff. Oh. Your typical band will make about 10 to 100 times more from merchandise than from Spotify. And then another 10 times that on performance fees. So really, I always compare Spotify to like two hats. You know, not 2 cents, two hats. People, and when people ask me, you know, what do you think of Spotify? I'm like, yeah, it's two hats. And as they say, what do you mean? I'm like, well, Spotify pays you in a year what you could have if you just sell 2 of your own hats, you know, because that's approximately the relation. Merch earnings are really, really, really important, JD. Really, really important. Because all of the music income, like for license, like Spotify, iTunes, etc., you can essentially completely forget that. And then merchandise is merchandise is usually 50 to 100 times of what music license fees are. And then income from performance is usually 5 to 6 to 10 times that was what merchandise is. And JD says that's crazy. Yeah, it is. I'm always saying to people, you know, just focus on selling your goddamn hats. You know, have some nice shirts and some nice hats, and people buy it. And it'll be like, I have a band. Damn it! I now said band. Now I can't see the numbers. So I have musicians to where they get $50 a year licensing fees. Spotify, Apple, iTunes, PRO fees, etc. And they get $500 in merchandise, and they get $5,000 in performance fees. So it's a factor 10 between all of it. So if you compare your licensing, your music selling fees with your performance fees, like the $50 with the $5,000, it's not even funny. It's completely bullshit. The platforms are essentially not paying artists at all at this point. So it's like 50, 500, 5,000. And then, of course, if you're a bigger artist, and then you're like maybe 20,000 in performing, 2,000 in merch, and 200 in music fees, you know. There you go. And JD says, I guess it's good to release physical records. Yes, if you have fans that would like to buy those, you should absolutely do that. Because fans like a physical object, they have the cool record, and they're happy to pay for it. I bet artists are glad that they made all the comeback. Yeah. I have a friend I know from college who is the biggest producer of vinyl in Europe. and he's making a killing at the moment. He's booked 6 months in ahead. He has 5 factories that make vinyl. It's insanity at the moment. I never thought that this was would happen, you know. But it did. And it's good for artists because they can finally make a little bit of money. You can make a double vinyl, sell it for $50. Everybody gets something, everybody's happy. But with the, you know, with the penny fractions you get from Spotify, etc. Oh, TikTok! We recently had 15,000 plays of one of our songs on TikTok, and we got 9 cents for it. You know? So that is just so awesome, you know? You have 15,000 people listening to your song, and you get 9 cents for it. Yeah, I can't really judge this song with the 20-second thing. Oh, man. Okay. And then people are like, what? Your song has like millions of plays on TikTok. And I'm like, yeah, that is literally tens of dollars. And with these tens of dollars, I'm going to go and eat at McDonald's once, you know? So you can have millions of plays on TikTok, and you'll literally get to go to McDonald's once for it.
They carry me further to say
Crazy. And I heard that Avril Lavigne made a new album with all kinds of famous people, and it kind of like didn't work out because that kind of sound is over. That's what I was just reminded when I heard that. 9 cents, yeah. Yeah, it was 15,000 plays, you know. And I had never had such a direct reference, you know, because we always had a little bit here, a little bit there. But I hunted that reference down because I really wanted to know how much TikTok actually pays you, you know? And, yeah, that was it. So I would say they would probably pay you 10 cents for like 18,000 plays or something, or 17,000. So kind of like 20,000 plays is 10 cents. So 200,000 would be $1. So 200,000 plays for $1 on TikTok. And that dollar you would have to split with everybody who's working for and with you. And the tax, by the way. So you're going to have to pay whatever tax it is on it. And then give your label, whatever, band colleagues, whoever you're splitting with. So $1 for 200,000, that means it's $10 for 2 million. So for 20 million plays, it's 200. It's insane. It just never gets anywhere. And Lisa says I make more doing live performances, both music and comedy, in a day than what I get with my music on music sites in 2 years. Yeah, absolutely. Even Cash App used with live performances makes me more money. Yeah. A lot of people, you know, see people like Lisa and they're like, oh yeah, Lisa's doing good. I'm going to send her $10, you know. There you go. Year of Spotify. And JD says there's so many really good underground bands at the moment, but they'll never come out to the forefront and be super successful nowadays. It's very difficult. I have to say that there are decent indie labels, and I know a bunch of owners from decent indie labels, but the music industry is still very difficult, and a lot of people are just fucking vultures. So in an industry where 70% of the people are literally only exist to rip you off, it's super difficult to get to a person who's actually honest, you know, and who'll do it. And then it's still super fucking difficult. Even if you have a great team, it's still super, super difficult. And it has never been as hard as it is today to fulfill your dreams of music, of being a musician. It's what I think. Because your possibilities are, you're going to have to spend years paying your own way somehow in order to get anywhere near where you can be sustainable as an artist. So, you know, when people say like, yeah, I don't go to college because I have to go to college for so long and I'm not making money. If you do music, college is going to be like a fucking holiday for you. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be struggling for 15 years, eating the scraps that other people are leaving behind and, you know, eating dirt everywhere before you're going to get to anywhere near, you know, where you want to be. And most people never get there. So sad. And we always have these Russian bots that come in here and say some crazy stuff like Vorgno or Uknik. Not so bad. The structure fails. Okay. No, as the structure fails. Sorry. Play for me, yeah. So, you know, listening to me, you could get depressive. But it's the same for companies, you know. I haven't seen a rich independent label owner like in my life. All the guys that I know are like, they all have very interesting business models. Hey, Funky! Yeah, not a thing. Not a thing anymore. And JD says it's such a shame people are going to lose interest in creating decent music because it's not sustainable. Yeah, this is exactly what's going to happen. So in the next 10 years, people are systematically going to realize that being an artist is not a viable career anymore. Because the global music market is dominated by 10 big players, which are Sony, Universal, Warner, YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, maybe Deezer, and then definitely Amazon. And they take 99% of all the money that goes into the music market. Artists are getting very, 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 very little because these 10 companies own everything. And unless there's legislation introduced, people will just stop being musicians. But it's not going to be immediate. It's going to be a decades-long struggle to where at the end of the day, the music market is going to compound, and only people that really have nothing to lose, number one, or number two, are extremely rich, will become musicians. And this is what we're currently seeing. What we're currently seeing is that all of the Billboard artists, 90% of them come from very rich households. They come from parents that have a lot of money, that are very, very well connected in the music industry. And the music industry is becoming more and more of a self-contained thing to where if you're not in it, it's extremely hard to get in. And when you're in it, you need a lot of money to become something. And they're happy to do it because they don't need more than 15 artists. I always say 15 artists make 85% of all the money in music in the world. And labels have found out, the big ones, and YouTube and everybody else, that they can make a lot of money by just having very few artists that they are continuously playing to everybody because that's enough. And they don't need more. The future of the music industry and the future of streaming, the future of content is that we will have 10, 20, 30 musicians, 10, 20, 30 big video channels, 10, 20, 30 big companies creating content, and that's it. And they will make 90% of all the money, and everybody else will not be able to have a sustainable job or to be a creator. And it will be a huge crisis of content creation, actually, as the unfettered capitalism that is just let out there to exist and to kill anything completely controls everything. But this pertains to a larger problem we have in the economy today, that companies get progressively larger and larger as countries have less and less regulation on stuff. For example, worldwide, people are now thinking about all these platform workers, people that are self-employed and that work as couriers, as food deliverers, etc. 40 years ago, all these people were employees. They received health, they received social care, they received insurance, they received all kinds of stuff. Now, Uber has essentially made it their business model to outsource all the risk to their drivers. And this is exactly what happens to music. Currently, everybody's outsourcing all of the risks to artists. And it's all going to land on the artist. And there's a lot of artists that are saying, the digital age is here and there's going to be crypto and NFTs and everything. Yes. And it means that not only will you be able to do everything by yourself, but you will actually be required to do everything by yourself. You will have the unbridled joy of not having anybody to help you and funding everything yourself. And then a lot of musical artists are going to find out how difficult it is to have a career without having lots of money. And then you're in the Uber situation. You are using your own labor, you're using your own money. At the end of the day, you have very little to show for, and the platforms are making all the money. Very sad. I could talk more about it, but it would be so depressing that everybody would fucking leave. Being a sustainable creator now is more difficult than ever before. And by the way, there's a lot of creators that talk about how to be a sustainable creator, especially on YouTube. And when you look at these people, they all became famous 5 to 10 years ago, when services were pretty new, when you still could, Oh yeah, new story. Industry plant of the day. I found a new story which was very, very interesting, which was shown to me by a TikToker. I don't know this person in person, but he made a very compelling TikTok offering all the evidence. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of you know that song that is like A, B, C, D, E, F, you, and your mama, and your child, and your sister, I forgot what the artist was. And it was really great because with that song they showed how Atlantic Records nowadays does their promotions. So they had the artist go to TikTok and say, I'm writing a new song. I'm looking for ideas for a new song. And then she was on TikTok doing some TikToks where she was doing some playing. And then one user comes up there and says, why don't you write a breakup song that counts the alphabet? And she's like, oh, wow, that is such a good idea. And she's like, A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and M. And then the guy, the person replies, oh, that is such a wonderful idea. And they go back and forth and blah, blah. And everybody gets involved. And the general consensus is a hit was made on TikTok with engaging the users, the fans, listening to their feedback and writing it. And you know who the person was that suggested all of that? It was a person that is called a digital marketing manager from Atlantic Records, which means that the entire thing was completely set up by Atlantic Records to make it appear as if the community had, together with the artist, made a song that then came out to be something like that. And this is exactly what TikTok and stuff is used for nowadays. They use the most inauthentic promotion methods possible to try to cheat people into believing that they actually matter or they are part of something. And it worked really great. The song blew up on TikTok, and of course they promoted it and everything. And it became a really good cash maker for Atlantic Records. You just have to pay enough claqueurs, as they said. You just have a lot of people that are pretending to be audience, pretending to be fans, and then kind of like, lead everything to where it needs to be led. Very good, very interesting. Yes, Pink Butterfly, I think so too. And the reason why that is successful, of course, is because they follow up with a lot of advertisement. And they just have, hundreds of thousands to hype up that idea of what's going on there. But it also tells you how incredibly inauthentic artists nowadays have to be in order to be on the label, because the artist has to play the game. The artist has to pretend like they're writing a song, like they're discovering it from their fans, like they're doing it with their TikTok community. That's a whole lot of lying. And the music industry has always been fake, but the fakeness has reached insane amounts. And of course, somebody else wrote that song. Me.
Sharp tongue, eyes of nightly, words burn, it suits me nicely. I'm drunk, calling you unwisely. Same old, nothing's changed, it doesn't surprise me. First door to the kitchen, break
The kitchen. But I think maybe, I don't know. Maybe eventually there's going to be more indie labels. I'm not sure. I don't think there's a lot of people like us who kind of like get together and do their own thing. I didn't want to have a label. It kind of like happened to me. But I think for artists, it's the ultimate way to go. To organize, to band together, and to make their own label. I was actually just wanting to be an artist. But I found out that unless you have a label and you have an organizational structure to help you, you can really not go anywhere. So for me, the question was, am I going to do this just for myself and develop all of these capabilities for myself? Or am I gonna bring in other people as well to let them use it, And so the idea kind of like grew, When I abbreviated, I always say, I quit my day job and started a record label. But that's like the abbreviated version. What really happened was more like a evolution of understanding that without a really good organization, you're never going to make it anywhere. Unless you're incredibly lucky. It always happens. You can always be lucky and, and be... Something happens and all of a sudden your stuff gets picked up and it's a viral hit everywhere. And then you sign to Universal and they never pay you any money. Being famous and being rich is usually two very different things. Right. Dum dum dum. Aha, not charging. Okay, well then I might as well disconnect it. Bullshit. Yeah, and it's all right here on Reddit. All right here on Twitch, all right here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. your window into the world of music with Avi and his crazy friends. Not so bad. Not so bad. What's with the finger? What is with that finger? I feel like there's fingering going on there. Down there. Down there is the fingering. Tick, 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 tick.
Deep in the blue water rises.
I was just searching for the crazy friends, yeah. The crazy friends.
What I have told you, maybe we're blinded. Maybe we're blinded.
So if you want to ever invest in the music industry, invest in the music services industry, invest in the people that are servicing artists, you'll make lots of money. If you invest in artists, you'll not. That is always the thing, you know? They say, you know, when there's a gold rush, be the person selling the shovels. And that is really, really true for music. Music services, I think, is the future. Because so many artists worldwide still believe in themselves and they throw themselves at the whole thing with a huge amount of naivete that, you know, you can provide their services and make a decent living out of it. Me and Lottie, we're going to sell some shovels, right? We're going to sell real English shovels. It's going to be the oi shovel. The shovel. Shovel. Oh, is it a shovel? Oh, good voice. Save that. Oh, it's almost weekend. Ooh, weekend. It's the weekend. And it's not many days until Lottie and Muty are coming to Europe. To mainland Europe. Which is good. So we're going to have a label meeting in about, what is it? 30 days, 20 days, 25 days or something? Something like that. 23 days? Three fists. 3 fist days. 3 times fisting. 30 days, yeah, I know. Oh yeah, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, yeah. That's gonna be great. We're gonna do a good show. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, weird. Dun dun dun. And Lisa says, I'm going to try specializing in cannabis festival performances. Seeing if performing for cannabis lovers dressed as a pizza gets me famous. Gotta do my one in Las Vegas, truth. Yep. Dressing as a pizza is always an instant win. Because everybody likes pizza. And music pizza is even better. Isn't that right, Lottie? Alrighty, not so bad. Yeah, music pizza. Which pizza do you like the best, Lisa? Or everybody, what's your favorite pizza, everybody? Everybody who's listening, drop it in the chat what your favorite pizza is. You're allowed to use American pizza names as well. You don't have to use the original Italian ones.
The big black river flows to a land where no wind blows. Where
Now everybody's writing pineapple pizza, pineapple pizza.
nobody knows. And we
Lottie says I'm not saying I'll get booted off the stream. Pineapple pizza! Number one. Dude, it's like everybody in America and in the UK is like pineapple pizza! But just to be clear, the pineapple pizza is with ham, cheese, and tomato sauce, right? Fornigo.
we all must go.
All right, so not so much with the ham. Are you telling me you're eating pineapple pizza just with cheese and tomato sauce? That is like a pineapple vegetarian pizza. That is like really a pure pineapple pizza. That is not even Pizza Hawaii, because we call it Pizza Hawaii when it's with ham, with cheese, and with with tomato sauce. Oh man. But you know, without the ham. And Yo-Yo goes for the Styrian pizza, which is good. Lottie goes for the barbecue chicken pizza, also good. And Running Funky says spanakopita, veveos, and daxi. Everybody loves some Greek stuff. Spanakopita, tiropita, kotopita. And Lisa says the works. Pineapple is not pizza, that is dessert. What is spanakopita? Spanakopita is a Greek recipe of a pita that is with spinach. Sometimes it's with spinach and feta. Sometimes it's always with spinach, and it's in phyllo dough. What would you know? I don't know. You know maybe tiropita, but it's essentially phyllo dough. It's a phyllo dough filled pastry with stuff in it. You know, in the Greeks, when it's with feta cheese, then it's tiropita because it's with tiri, with cheese. And there's spanakopita, and all the kinds of stuff, and you can buy it in the morning as breakfast. But it's not really pizza; it's pita. They're like totally different recipe, different dough. Yeah, spanakopita is great. You'll love it. Okay, so Yo-Yo has still to tell us what's on the Styrian pizza, because we're both Styrians, and I can tell you that every Styrian pizza I had ever so far, everybody had a different recipe. Never is there any two people that make it the same. So Yo-Yo, do enlighten us what's on your Styrian pizza. You would eat it without the feta? Oh my god, come on. Barbarians.
Wondering how you did it. I fell so fast, I admit it. But I know I was prepared to get my heart hurt again. Kinda used to it.
Styrian pizzas with pumpkin seeds on it or the oil. Yeah, of course. But the other stuff, Yo-Yo.
It starts to hurt me again.
Is it with Schweinsbraten?
I got it all figured out.
You know? Yeah, fuck the oil. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all know that. But the other ingredients, come on. Come on. The oil. Oily, oily. Cooked with the oil on the oil, he said. No, the oil is actually added afterwards. It's never cooked, because if you cook the oil, it's immediately bad. It's not necessarily made to be aggressively cooked. You can use the oil inside of cakes and things like that, or scrambled eggs, but it shouldn't be heated up, because it actually loses its flavor when you heat it. It's like so it's drizzled over at the very end of it. Raw ham, mushrooms, and corn. Yeah. I guess corn has become Styrian because we have so many cornfields here. I mean, it's of course not native to Styria. It's from South America. But Lord knows we have so many cornfields here. When I was young, I ate so much corn. We always stole it from the farmer and then, put a fire and grilled the corn over the fire. And kind of like raw ham, yes, and some fresh mushrooms, really good. But that is an acquired taste. Styrian pizza is an acquired taste. I think a lot of people would not like it. Oil over the pineapple, I'm not sure. We're gonna try that with Lottie. We're gonna do a combo pizza between her pineapple pizza and it's gonna be Styrian pineapple pizza. Oh my god, it's like it's the Terminator goes to California. Styria meets California. Oh man, doing it tomorrow. Pizza for dinner with the oil. Yeah, it's good. Let's get to the chopper. At what time should I come? Anytime. I'm home all the time. Lottie's gonna move in with me soon. She's gonna work here and just stay. It's gonna be good. Doors open, boy, come over. Pizza around 1 p.m. We're all gonna fly over to the UK one day. We're gonna be ding dong. Oh my god, it's Yo-Yo and Avi. They're coming for the pizza. Oi, let's get the chicky bits. I need to refuel the chopper. Take off 8:30, yeah? That's not Princess Chicky, just the chicken bits. I like fried chicken. Like, I could eat fried chicken all the time. Do I have fried chicken at home? Nope. Damn it, I didn't buy any today. Damn. I think I have chicken nuggets, but I don't like them. Not much. I swear, anytime we have pizza, she is not my daughter. Why? Why? What does she do different? Does she have real Italian taste? Is it good? Real Italian? She goes for she don't like pineapple on pizza. Oh, good. She's adopted. Oh, man. We're going to go to Italy. One day when you have a little bit more time, we're going to sit in the car, we're going to go to Italy, and we're going to eat pizza in Italy. And then we're going to go in the restaurant, and then Lottie says that she wants to have a pineapple pizza. I'm going to be right behind you, a little bit distance. You hear the chopper landing on the street. Flop, 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 flop. A helicopter will come in. And it will be me flying the helicopter, and Yo-Yo will be on the 50 cal. Oh, man. The green at the end of the street should fit a chopper. But it's green. Gyro meat and onions and garlic is nice on pizza too. Yeah. But I'd rather have my gyro in gyro, you know? Like, you could totally eat a perfectly good gyro without putting it on a pizza. Just put it in the pita, and you can even make a Saloniki gyro, which is like for barbarians and people from Saloniki. It's where you take the gyro and you put it inside a pita, and then you put ketchup and French fries in it together with the with the garlic sauce. It's a real thing. You would not believe this, And I think it was the 90s. And my family's really traditional Greek family. And we were at a gyro stand. And they're like, so which gyro do you want? I'm like, dude, normal, And he's like, yeah, you want Saloniki gyro? And I'm like, what is Saloniki gyro? Yeah, it's what all the young guys want, the young people will nowadays like to eat. And I'm like, sure. And then the guy makes it in Saloniki, in Greece. And he hands me the gyro with the fucking French fries and ketchup in it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, yeah, it's gyro with the French fries and ketchup and the tiki sauce and the gyro. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's really popular in Greece now. So, there's that. That was a horrible break with tradition. It actually tastes pretty okay. I always said for them to leave out the ketchup because you should never put ketchup in your gyro. That is like, no. But the French fries are okay because they kind of like taste like a little bit like bread, starchy. So cucumbers, cakes. Elisa says she's not getting a pizza with any of us. We have spoiler. It makes Beauty says she only likes the pizza from Maslina. Yeah, we get that a lot. Because Maslina is a great pizzeria. We're gonna bring you Ladi and Yo-Yo if you can, where they make huge pizzas. It's in Zagreb in Croatia, and they make huge pizzas. It's always good fun to go there. Huge pizzas. And Running Funk says sacrilegious. That's right. But if it wasn't in Saloniki, in the heartland of the gyro, at a authentic gyro stand, operated and consumed entirely by Greeks, there wasn't a tourist in sight, I would not have believed my eyes that they would do this to this old Greek institution. Sacrilege! But the modern Greek food has one underpinning founding principle. And that founding principle of modern Greek food is very simple. Put fried potatoes in everything. They love fried potatoes. Ever since the 70s, the Greeks have started putting fried potatoes in everything to eat it with everything, and they just really can't get enough of fried potatoes. And I cannot tell you, how weird that is, because they're so obsessed with fried potatoes, and nowadays you get them with everything, fried potato slices, French fries, everything. They love their fried potatoes, and it's absolutely non-Greek. Like, potato isn't a thing in Greece at all. It's like the most un-Greek thing. No potato ever has graced the earth in Greece, simply because it will just dry out and die. It's not a thing in Greece. Not so bad. And fried potatoes obviously are good, And they're also eating now rice with it. They also like rice. Also un-Greek, It used to be the only carbs in the typical Greek meal was the white bread. They didn't really have noodles. and they didn't have really rice or potatoes or anything. This is why Greek food was so healthy, because it was extremely low on carbs. And when you had the carbs, it was fresh white bread that they used to dip the stuff, you know, and to eat. They kind of like eat white bread with everything. But that was the carbs, you know. And then you had lots of vegetables and fish and everything. And this is the healthy Greek kitchen. But the modern Greek kitchen takes all of that and pastes like a bucket ton of carbs onto it. And then it becomes extremely unhealthy, because then you have all these fats and everything that kind of like, and fat becomes really difficult for the body when you combine it with carbs. Then it kind of like makes you gain weight and everything. So the Greek kitchen has turned from being extremely healthy to being extremely unhealthy. You know, they're like, yeah, more rice, more potatoes. Alrighty. Always more music there for us. Listening to a lot of music here. And it is Friday. So soon we're gonna go in the weekend. But when we are in the weekend, you can always join us on our Discord, right, Lottie? Because we're always there. And even Yo-Yo is there. And do you know what Yo-Yo does on the Discord? The same thing he does here. He literally doesn't say anything. So if you ever want to watch Yo-Yo say nothing on Discord, you should totally join our Discord. It's great fun. And Boca says, are you still looking for musical artists? Of course we do, always. This is good, Rev. I like that little sound effect. Yeah, some of it is not bad, you know. Alrighty, let's go. Next one, the Love Seeds, before it blows up. It's negated by all the excess ouzo, yeah? I'm the only Greek that doesn't like ouzo. Because my family, everybody likes ouzo. It's kind of like a very traditional drink. My grandfather drank it a lot, like all the time. It contributed to his early... I don't know. But I'm not big on it. I'm not big on it in pure. And I'm even less big on it the way that the Greeks drink it with water, to where it turns into this milky consistence. The French have it. It's called pastis there. You know, it's anise liquor. And I don't know. It's just never... I just don't like the anise taste. For me, anise is something that you put in a like a cake or something, you know. But I don't necessarily want to drink anise liquor. That is a little bit weird to me. So yeah, I'm very un-Greek in that regard. But I am very Greek in the regard that I do drink a lot of white wine there. That's typical, you know, Greek white wine, Retsina or others. And also, I mean, they do have a lot of red and rosé as well. So typical drink on the countryside in Greece is like to have like a bottle of wine and a bottle of water. No beer. Beer is not traditional. Only wine and Retsina. And people drink a lot less metaxa than what people think. It's mostly tourists. I've never actually seen a Greek drink it inside of any kind of establishment, but I've seen plenty of tourists ordering it at various clubs and stuff. It's not very popular.
I will see you here after all these years. You still beam
But yeah, you can always drink a shot of ouzo after the food, lunch, dinner, whatever.
that it was the
Bokofen says I would check out Ranger Rider. He is over on Spotify. Like 5 million other artists, makes electronic music. I knew him back when I was in New York. Okay. Come on, what we're hearing here.
so good to see.
No. So yeah, Greek things. Very, very, very interesting. I like the food. I have to say I like the traditional food better. because the contemporary, the modern Greek food tends to be extremely on the heavy side because they added a ton of carbs to all of the classic recipes, and then it makes it really, really heavy, like all this oil and everything. All right, so few people actually shared their pizza with us. Who shared the pizza? Lottie shared the pizza, Yo-Yo shared the pizza, and Lisa shared her pizza. And did I say something? No. I generally like hot pizzas like Diavola, etc., with like spicy salami. And that is usually good. It could be spicy salami and ham and garlic. Garlic is great on the pizza. It could be Slavonska, it could be Diavolo, it could be various pizzas like that that are generally a little bit on the more on the hotter side, you know. All right, Annabelle Grace.
I don't think when I dance.
That's not pizza, that's torture. What? You don't like hot pizza? Hotty. And then you can put some nice Tabasco on it, you know. I used to get a pizza that was called Passionara and a pizza that was called Boscaiola from the local pizza shop here in Graz. And they're both really fatty pizzas. So you put on bacon, ham, salami, all that kind of stuff, and then you put some nice Tabasco on it to go over all that fat, you know. And that really makes it really pop, you know. Excellent. Now, not necessarily chilies, you know. I don't want it too hot. But you can bring me some ground chilies. That will be nice. Because good chili is great, you know. I like it. And I think it goes really good with meaty pizza. I'm the person who likes to eat meaty pizza. I also eat like tonno and everything. I just don't like pizzas that are mostly with vegetables. Because I'm not sure why, but it's like, you know, it's not necessarily for me. So a pizza that just has pineapples on it is like, I'm really not sure about that. But I like pineapples, by the way. I like fresh pineapples, and I have this pineapple cutter. You know, where you cut off the one part, and then you go meow, 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 and then you pull it out, and you cut it, and you eat the fresh. I think fresh pineapple is like absolutely amazing. I could like eat that a lot.
Says more with my actions. Imagine we should have Wakanda save the planet. Pull that gunpowder. This land here is ours. Tall pyramid towers, strictly for black power. Stokely Carmichael Howard, University power. Shutting down all the doubters. Please give me my flowers. John Henry and Malcolm, blood, sweat on the mountain, water that's from the fountain.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. But one of the reasons why I think it's good to talk about pizza is because so many people have a connection to it. It's a food that exists in every country, because if you talk about other stuff, you know, how do you like your Wiener Schnitzel? People be like, yeah, there's heart. I think it's one of the most ubiquitous foods there are in the world. Together with some kind of like spaghetti and stuff, you know, maybe noodles. But every culture has noodles, you know. Wiener Schnitzel has to be thin, that's right. And it should be veal. And I really like a good cordon bleu as well. And I like it the most with petersilkartoffeln. Not with like fucking pommes or something. But nobody knows petersilkartoffeln. That is like completely Austrian thing. Alrighty, so many musicians, and they're all wanting for us to hear their music. I should get paid for this. I should totally get paid for this. Habaneros, yes. I think we have a pineapple. We have a pineapple war is starting here. Between all the pineapple in the world and none of the pineapple. Roasted pineapple. I don't cook a lot with pineapple, actually. I just eat it fresh. Because I like it the way it tastes, you know? It's good. Pineapple. Yum yum. And then, of course, the question is, which are your favorite noodles? Because, again, it's the same thing. Which sauce is your favorite noodle sauce, you know? And in Austria, everybody will say it's sauce bolognese. And in Italy, they will say does not exist sauce bolognese. It's not Italian. There is no such thing as sauce bolognese. That is an Austrian invention, you know? And then in America, they will be like Alfredo, you know, the white sauce, which was invented in America also, you know. And Yo-Yo says he will go with his own sauce. Do explain us how you make your own sauce. And Ladi says same. You also want to go with Yo-Yo's own sauce? Yeah, okay. I guess Yo-Yo is gonna have to cook us a lot of noodle sauce. And Meg thinks that the Italian inventor of pizza, some kind of Oma, is turning in her grave. And Yo-Yo says onion, garlic, raw ham, creme fraiche. Yeah. That is... Damn it, it was called something. Shit. I think the Italians call it Tirolese. It's actually a thing. I did not know it was a thing, but it's actually a thing. It's a more modern Tyrolean style. They call it Tirolese with onion, with the Speck actually, and creme fraiche. Kind of like that, you know. I like that a lot, by the way. But there's also different ways to make, you know, something Tirolese. Okay, now let's do noodles. Which type of noodle do you like the best? Spaghetti, which is long and thin. Cannelloni, which is a little bit thicker and about this size. Or the tiny one. Like they're shaped like this. Because everybody seems to prefer, or of course we have fettuccine and linguine and pinguini. Those are the noodles that look like penguins. They're the pinguini. What are you doing over there, Cat? Dr. Cat is on my producer seat. Probably wants to operate the stream. Spiral pasta. Oh my god, I don't like that. Why do so many people like spiral pasta? It's not good. Tortellini, yeah, that's good. Tortellini is a pasta, but it's just a filled pasta. I like tortellini, real ones. It's good. Spiralini. Spirali. What are they called? Damn, I forgot. Cannelloni. Nobody ever makes cannelloni. Because I actually like cannelloni. Fusilli, okay. I like cannelloni and spaghetti. Like those two. Pretty much nothing else. Everything else I'm like, nah. Nah. Fusilli, that's the one. Piccolo macaroni. Oh my god, mac and cheese. Horrible. People are always trying to sell me on mac and cheese, and it's just such a crappy food that's like, I don't know, taking white bread and putting mayonnaise on it and then saying it's a gourmet meal, you know? Mac and cheese is just not good. It's a lot. The problem is, even when you get a lot of music that is pretty good, you know, you're kind of like always looking for excellent, for like, oh my god, that is so good, you know. Not a Ringo. Not on the table. Get off the table. I see you. Now he's looking away. You're on the table. Get off the table. I'm gonna throw you. I'm gonna throw you this bell. Dude, I need something to throw over there because the cat's on the table. What am I gonna throw? I scared him off the bell. He's not allowed to be on the table. He's been a bad chat. And he wasn't even on the show today. He was on strike. He was on show strike today. No chat on the show. Da 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 da. All right, I think we're gonna call it quits after a few songs. I feel that we had a stroke of luck in the beginning. We actually had a few people that we sent an invite today. And listened to close to 40, 50 songs or something today. Yeah. All right, by the way, guys, if you want to stay in touch with us, or you know, want to test some new stuff, or you are an artist and want to connect with us, join us on our Discord. That is discord.gg/CZR, where we're going to be the whole weekend. And I'll be back on next Monday with more Record Label Boss. And if you're interested, we have an app where you can play all of our music. We have a wonderful website. We have a wonderful YouTube channel. We have a bunch of resources that are really, really awesome for you. But of course, if you want to join us for the weekend, join us in the chat there. That's discord.gg/CZR. And I'll see you all on the next Monday for next Record Label Boss. And I'm going to say goodbye to Lottie and Yo-Yo, who I'm like only pretend leaving here because we're actually always in the Discord. So I'm not really saying goodbye to them, just for the show. Goodbye. Goodbye, Yo-Yo. Goodbye, Lottie. And I'm going to say no to this. And it will be the last thing for this week. That was a very, very long week with lots of interesting releases. By the way, our newest release is CIG and featuring Shaila Hamadi with their song Moment, which I'm going to play for you. Then I'm going to get out of here. I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all on Monday at 2000 Central European Time, because we're always on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, always at 2000 Central European. That's GMT +1. My name is Avio. Have a great weekend and keep creating. I love you all. Join us on Discord. I'll see you on Monday.
It's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. I never thought I'd find what I was looking for, but this feeling can't afford to leave. Came here with a 20 in my pocket. Didn't want to stay too long. I knew that I would drop it. Check myself out in the reflection of a liquor bottle. Saw a real sad girl, a big pill to swallow. Yeah, but when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor. I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet. Yeah. Just stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. Moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Just a moment. As long as this place is open, I'll keep you close. And we'll hold on to this moment. You hold me, feels like forever. Are you here to find forever? I will never know, cause I'm scared to take you home when you hit me on my phone, but I guess I'll never know. They turn the volume up when we're talking. The music playing louder, not planning on stopping. It's getting pretty late, I don't even know your name, but I'm living in the moment, I want you to stay. Ooh, it's been a real bad vibe. Came in with my head down, anxiety high. Just about to leave, was about to leave. I'm so happy you noticed me. But when you took my hand, walked me over to the dance floor. I put on a smile, never knew I had before. You said it's not time to go home yet. Stay with me for a moment. Don't turn around, it's only the two of us. Just stay with me for a moment. I know I'm bound to ruin it, so just stay here. Just stay with me for a moment. Please make a move, cause I don't have the courage. Don't wanna be wondering what could have been in the morning. Said it's not time to go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment. It's not time to go home yet. Go home yet. Don't go home yet. Go home yet. Just stay with me for a moment.